May I introduce you a very interesting painting of Austrian painter Heinrich Treml. Title of that painting is possible to translate as something like Mourning of a Dog. We see here a dog who is sitting near the bed. On the bed still are flowers. The flowers are symbol here of funeral, that someone died, probably owner of that dog died. In that time when that painting was born, still existed tradition that someone who died stay for a few hours or even for a few days, especially in Catholic countries, in home. Mostly it was, of course, bed or sometimes coffin was standing on the table. Now it can sound a little funny for us, but we speak about over ages, about 19th century. Anyway, according to our tradition and according to that is very difficult to find reproduction of Heinrich Treml painting. I think that this painting is very interesting because show that animals as well suffer after owner death. We see here a dog who sits near bed. Actually, this prepare just a symbol of that was someone gone for river are flowers. And it's possible also to think that everything could happen in bed because flowers were left mostly when someone died by peaceful death, so in bed. Everything in that room is like should be and like someone should return. But like flowers, you know, that person will never return. As well, it's possible to discover it in the face of the dog. According still some argument with that. Unfortunately, animals as well have feelings. I will tell it to these behaviorists who still say something different. They must say something different because if they will say the truth, they will must agree with some people who, for example, Konrad Lorenz, whose books still are prohibited because they were connected with German Nazi is need to say that, and told the truth about animals and feelings, and thought they were really good things, that think put cross on them. But it doesn't mean that they didn't told the truth. It's was well uncomfortable truth for those who had bad translation of Bible, and This transcription is words wherever we are from the source, but this simply means from the Eastern churches. Anyway, it's really difficult to find Heinrich Treml painting as well in browser. It's possible to find this painting in one of Austrian museum, but in very forgotten place. So it's not so popular as others Austrian painters of animals. For example, von Eski, who as well sometimes painted animals. Heinrich Treml, in some way, like Lanzer, was first behaviorist in his country. He as well showed that animals have feelings, that they suffer, they're thinking, they can rescue someone. But his painted, unfortunately, different to Lanzer, are not so popular like his British friend. So I invite you to look at this amazing painting. I as well invited you to visit a museum where it's possible to see Edwin Lanzer paintings. He is not as well a first behaviorist, but he as well breed a new breed which has name after his name, and discover that not everything is like we heard by centaurs, and even in the past people could discover that animals are not just a thing and wanted to show it. I thought it was more difficult than in our age, because we have social media, we have computers, we have very a lot of plays and very interesting innovation, things which we can show it. Heinrich Treml Mourning of a Dog is as well symbolic for me, because at production last painting stand in my grandfather's room, and really when he died, my dog, who actually most loved my grandfather, spent in that room 2 weeks. He didn't want to go out from that room, and whole time sit on the bed of his beloved human who he lost. So something like mourning of dog really exists, and Eski, my father dog, decided to wait for him and took him exactly 1 month after her death, and they both suffer at the same disease actually, but both had cancer, born because problem of hormones. So I think, I am sure that she waiting for him when he told that he discovered that he as well had cancer, and he told that so if she is dying, I don't want to stay longer here, because she is the greatest person who I ever met, and I have enough. I don't want suffer like she, and I want to go with her, and like that happened. So probably some of you as well had pets who lost owners. I never honestly understand how family can left after many years a pet in shelter and explain, sorry, we left him because actually he was our grandfather dog. We exist in the same house for 15 years, but grandfather died, he is old, we don't want him longer. I really can understand these people are sick for me, because it's impossible that if someone existed so many years under one roof, told that, played with dog, feed him, left after so many years, like think because I don't know, they change a carpet after grandfather's death and decided to live as well that part of house, like a furniture. So something was wrong with that family if it's look like that.